Hello and welcome back everyone. In this video we are going to talk about classification and the different methods of classification. There is a great diversity of organisms around us. We have been exploiting this wealth for our own benefit. During this process, man tried to differentiate between and identify organisms. Eventually, this evolved into a branch of biology known as systematic or classification. Let us understand what is systematics first of all. A branch of science which studies the kind and diversity of organisms and their comparative and evolutionary relationship. The term systematic was coined by Simpson, 1961, American paleontologist. Taxonomy means classification of organisms using certain rules or principles. The term taxonomy was coined by A.P. de Candolle, whereas Carolus Linnaeus is known as the father of taxonomy. He was the first person to classify plant and animals into two different kingdoms as kingdom Plantae and kingdom Animalia. Taxonomy is the science that deals with the naming, describing, and classification of plants and animals. Let us understand what is classification. Classification is the arrangement of organisms or group of organisms into distinct categories in accordance with a particular and well-established plan. Now let us try to understand the different types of classification. There are three methods of classification, namely artificial, natural, and phylogenetic classification. Let us discuss first of all artificial method of classification. This method is the oldest method and is based upon few easily observable features of an organism such as food habit, color, forms, or migratory habitats. This method is actually irrespective of the affinities of these organisms with others. That's why it is totally depend upon the observable features between the organisms, plants and animals. Now there are two methods of classification comes under the artificial as classification by Theophrastus and then classification given by Linnaeus. Theophrastus was the first person to classify plants into various categories, namely trees, shrubs, undershrubs, and herbs. And another method of classification given by Linnaeus is also considered as the artificial method of classification, whereas Linnaeus classified the organisms into two categories as kingdom Plantae and kingdom Animalia. Second, natural system of classification is based upon natural affinities among the plants and considered external as well as internal features like anatomy, physiology and embryology. ठीक है, तो पहले केस में हम देखते हैं कि यहाँ पे सिर्फ एक्सटर्नल फीचर्स, ऑब्जर्वेबल फीचर्स को ही कंसिडर किया था, उसके बेस पे ही ये क्लासिफिकेशन हुआ था. लेकिन यहाँ पे नेचुरल सिस्टम ऑफ क्लासिफिकेशन हम देखते हैं कि दे कंसिडर ए नेचुरल एफिनिटीज अमंग द प्लांट्स and also external as well as internal features of organisms like anatomy, physiology as well as embryology. According to A.P. de Candolle's classification, plants were classified into four groups as megatherms, mesotherms, microtherms and heichytherms. The another method of classification of natural system was given by Bentham and Hooker, where the plants are classified into two main groups, cryptogames and phanerogams, whereas the phanerogams are divided into gymnosperm, dicotyledons and monocotyledons. Fine, all of these were on the same level. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे क्या होता है, जिम्नोस्पर्म, डाइकॉट्स एंड मोनोकॉट्स यहाँ पे हमें एक लाइन में दिखाई देते हैं. ठीक है, दिस इज कॉल्ड एज द नेचुरल सिस्टम ऑफ क्लासिफिकेशन, बेंथम एंड हुकर. The third method of classification is known as phylogenetic classification, is based upon evolutionary sequences as well as genetic relationship among the organisms. First of all, evolutionary sequences मतलब क्या है कि evolution किस sequence में हुआ है, पहले कौन से organism develop हुए, बाद में कौन से हुए, that is considered as the basis as well as their genetic relationship between the organism. For example, the classification given by Engler and Prantl, where they considered gymnosperms as a distinct category यहाँ पे हम देखते हैं कि जिम्नोस्पर्म, डाइकॉट्स एंड मोनोकॉट्स वेयर ऑन द सेम लाइन, and in phylogenetic relationship gymnosperm were considered distinct category than that of the angiosperms, and they are placed before the angiosperms. Engler and Prandtl also considered the monocots were more primitive than that of the dicots. ठीक है, तो ये जो तीसरा है, यहाँ पे हम देखते हैं कि फाइलोजेनिक सीक्वेंस को, इवोल्यूशनरी सीक्वेंस को कंसिडर किया गया था, उसके बेस पे ये रिलेशनशिप यहाँ पे दिया है. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. Kindly like, subscribe and share with your friends. Thank you.